Hello, hello. How is everybody? It is fabulous to see you all. I have been off the internet for 3 days at my crafting retreat. Well, I guess it's not really a crafting retreat, but a mingling of sorts. Oh, Lennox is here. Lennox may be very much in all of our business because he misses me. And StreamYard thinks my internet connection is garbage. So if it is, I apologize. If not, then I guess the internets are just being strange. So I will move this. This is my box of all the projects I made all weekend. It was the event I was at was a 50-person shoebox swap. So we're going to look at cards, but not actually make a project. And I'm going to avoid the things I spent money on for this stream because I know we have friends who are very much in the whole no buy, low buy, being reasonable about the number of cat stamps that they purchased from Newton's Nook in one day thing. So I may do I shouldn't say I may. I will do a stream later in this week that's more like, let's look at all the cool stuff that involves spending money. But I'm going to try and separate those out. Let's just say hi to all of our friends that I have missed this weekend. We have the fabulous Pam, who is likely to be getting a yellow card, as there are several I made in the last couple days. And we have Danny, who actually knows the people I met this weekend. And we have Lennox, who's nosing the camera and causing you all to have seasickness. He is camera north, top, I don't know. He's lying down. I'm going to move the box, and he's just going to floop all over the desk, I'm sure. Gloria, it is fantastic to see you. And Elizabeth, you are not a regular viewer here, so happy Sunday night. I hope you are well. Those of you who are fans of Shanna's stream, I don't think there is one tonight. I did do a post. Shanna and Lala both were part of the Kendra's Card Challenge hop that also happened today. So if you're interested in seeing them and miss them, I think that they should be available on the replay, as am I, if you are in the midst of doing other things. Hello, Delise. How are you? I thought of you. I saw so many fabulous vintage like girl stamps this weekend. I almost bought a bunch of stuff and sent it to you, but then remembered I sent you a box of stuff, not like last summer when I destashed. But I was surprised. There were a couple really good Gina K stamp sets that have girls on them. So FYI, if you're in the market, maybe, I don't know if I got one, but we'll see. There were a lot of giveaways this weekend, so it's hard to remember. And the reason my hand is here is because I'm scratching Linux, so it's not like it's a you thing. And Lala is here. How fabulous. I hope you had a fabulous live stream. Yes, and I will definitely be watching you guys on the replay, Lala, while I have my, I guess not dinner, because I saw my folks after the crop ended, but my snacking and relaxation. And what else will we mention? Oh, I think I got distracted. But the people who run Newton's Nook are freaking fabulous, and I like them quite a bit. And yes, there's a junk journal, but we will get there. So let's talk about actual projects and things that you could make without buying anything. So that's essentially the theme of tonight's stream. And then we will do a later stream with haul things. I will talk about the things I won because if Jim's here, I need advice. I haven't seen him, but ECR, if you have like the magic to just manifest Mr. Jim, that would be fantastic. Although I saw he was in NYC, so he may just not be around. And as you can see, we have Lennox whiskers. Anyway, last weekend we made these. These are also the same design as my swap card. I do have 5 swap cards left. If anybody really wants one, feel free to throw a note in chat, and I probably have your address. And this is the box of all the projects. I'm going to put this on the floor so that we have an actual mat. Hooray! Except it's not aligned. And if you'll forgive me, let's zoom in a little bit. Woo! This is my zoom in noise. That's also Linux's ear, but we'll try. So this is a garden journal. This is going to my friend Mark, but this is from Linda Thrill, who is a really cool junk journaler. I think T actually knows her, but she is out of Northern Illinois, and Lennox is interested in whatever Kaiser is doing. Okay. I think they are having a cat consultation in the litter box for whatever reason, because cats are weird. I probably have Fiskars. I have many things. Yeah, no, I make my own sound effects. Although I've been tempted to like cut up people's live streams and make an actual sound board of like live streamers people know about. But anyway, ahem. But I thought I could show you this. It's a really cool traveler's notebook. It features mostly butterflies and birds. But before I send it off to the greater world, this was gifted to me, so it doesn't count as a thing that costs money. But it's a really nice chipboard cover. We have a lot of, we have vintage photo ish looking ink because, of course, we do. A lot of garden themed things. And then inside, you get a lot of so inside, you get all these traveler's notebooks, which obviously you could replace if you use them up. But, you get some lined paper. Oh, look at that fabulous little pocket. I didn't even fully do a flip through of this. So this is a traveler's insert. This is kind of pretty unique, but like, as you can see, these are held in with elastic. So like, if you got something like this, oh, hey, it's the fabulous Blossom. Oh, you're also a friend of, oh, what did I mean? Miss Pam. Oh, I don't think we're plotting revenge. Oh, the cats might be plotting revenge. Anyway, so like you could pull this whole thing out and replace it because the calendar page I think is unique, but like you can go and get like fancy if you're a fancy fountain pen person like ECR, or I've been dabbling in them as well. You can get some fancy paper inserts that are really inexpensive. Like you can get the fancy Tomoe River paper that's not very expensive. But anyway, so like this is a whole single journal. Then we have some pockets, which I think are also connected. Like I think this whole thing is like, yeah, this whole thing is an insert. And then we have, this was the thing I like the best. This fabulous butterfly. Look how nice and vintage this is, like vintage seed packet. Like if I was actually a gardener and didn't pay people to garden and then just buy their produce, I would like it. But I like this is a neat technique too, where you could just take a standard traveler's notebook insert and easily put a pocket in it, or do pretty things with paper, which I never really thought of. But this one is fantastic. I really like her work. It's just amazing. And I don't know, I feel like you're getting a pretty good view of this in virtual land, but you have this is very much gardener themed. Very cute. Anyway, little tulips, little washi. Can you see like if this was your garden? You could cover up the 2022 with something else, obviously. But like you could just like collage your seed packets in here. Oh, it would be nice. Anyway. And then this one I think is connected in some way to the cover. No, not really. It's connected via this strand, but I mean it's not super duper connected. So I think you basically have 3 elastics for inserts, and then you can do whatever you want with it. So anyway, it was a fantastic gift. I'm excited to send it to a friend of mine who is a avid gardener. So anyway, that was a gift, so it's okay to talk about today, right? And then things I won, I think we'll talk about quick. In the raffle that's not a raffle for legal reasons, I got a gift certificate to Seth after, so I need Jim's help, but I dropped him a message when he's back in the land of normalcy after visiting New York. And oh, let me catch up. Yes, I think it is so cool. It is a cool journal. I agree. Yeah, and I mean, like traveler's notebooks aren't that hard to make because they're so elastic based. It's basically a cover with elastic. But allegedly, she does have a. I don't think I have her linked in this, but I'll put up a community post to her channel. But she said she has a tutorial on how to make this if you want to make one that's similar and themed around whatever you want. Hey, Jenny, welcome. And the other thing, so I got a Seth After gift certificate I need to figure out with the assistance of people who are familiar with the product line. I think he does stamps. I know he does embossing powders, which have kind of like grog in them, so they don't lay entirely flat. They give you a lot of texture. Anyway. And then the other thing I won was a bunch of stencil paste. It's not called stencil paste. It is called something else. It is called paper glaze, which looks like a paste. I haven't referenced it, but it came with a couple colors, and I'm being a little facetious there. But we got. Who knew there were stencil glazes and the picket fence made them, and then there were enough to fill up the camera shot with things. But it looks like these are mostly stencil paste, so we will have to use our stencils. So there's a paper glaze sample set. These are all velvet, which I'm assuming is sort of a semi-gloss. And then we have Luxe, which is probably sparkly, because I think we have silver gold and sparkly white in here. Anyway, we'll probably be stenciling in the future, I think, with some of this cool stuff. The least, I don't know. I haven't researched them. They are called the paper glazes from Picket Fence Studios. So, yeah, that'll be a thing I'm Googling tonight. The long and the short of it was it came with a really cool Picket Fence cat stencil, which I'll probably show that in the haul because I didn't grab it. But the cat stencil was the thing I was most excited about, although these look pretty cool. They look a lot like the Crafter's the Crafter's Workshop, like the TCW pastes, at least in terms of how they look in the jar, but I don't know. We should do a live and pull them out and see how they look and mess around with them. But the rest of this, I thought we could look at card projects because we all like cards, and I'll tell you which are my favorite. I'm just going to keep these on my lap, I think, except things fell out already. And some of these worked out better than others, actually, I'll put this to my side. There we go. So this is the first one I'll show you. This is a notepad holder, and it's really neat, and then it has a magnet here and a magnet here, so this kind of magnets together. There's supposed to be a pencil that didn't quite Velcro in properly, but that's fine. I'm more of a pen dude anyway. It has this nice little pocket. And then there's this pocket here. Do I have a scrap of something? I do have a scrap. I have a scrap of teal. How about we make a little teal something or other that can go in the pocket? Look at that. A teal something or other. See, I could be a junk journaling person because I could put random tags on everything. I would be the most random of tagger. Anyway, the back is not covered. The pad is on a, I don't know what you'd call that, a backing. This is sort of a Dollar Tree notepad. I have a bunch of these. But then you just use double stick tape to stick this down. So this stays in pretty good. And then you can just pull these off. These are non-sticky. It's just a notepad. So this would be really nice for, if you wanted something that's a little cuter. And I love this teal paper. Did you see Stampin' Up's releasing this year's in colors or some like fantastic dark teal and 4 colors I don't care about? Although someone said the red one, the strawberry whatever, was going to be cute, but it's not. But the teal one I'm excited about. I might buy some. I might buy a lot more navy before it goes up in price too. But anyway, this is not about my issues collecting paper, but this was really cool. It was nice to see something that wasn't quite a card. Oh, Lennox is here to say hello. I don't know why he's meowing. He's had dinner. Anyway, so this was actually one of two projects that was done by the original. I don't know what you'd call it. Not quite founder, but coordinator. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the event organizer. Hi, Lennox is here. He's gonna mess with the camera, and maybe he'll simmer down, and we can continue to look at cards. It might be. I'm seeing like a thing that, for some reason, StreamYard thinks my internet quality is not good. So if it's blurry, I apologize. I don't want to restart the stream because I think it would kill it on the YouTube side. But yeah. Well, it's weird because I think, I can do a stream. Let me do a speed test quick and just see if, because I don't think there's anything wrong with my internet, but that doesn't mean that that's true. Let's see what we can find out quick. But we'll try this and see, and if this causes it, end up causing issues. No, I think I'm on the right Wi-Fi. But it doesn't seem to be connecting. So there's something probably screwy. Yeah. There's something screwy with my internet for sure. Let's see if we can. Let me try one thing to see if I can fix it without really breaking things. Okay. Well, I don't think I lost connection, but it's still saying I have I have a slow connection for some reason. So anyway, we'll see. Yeah, the internet is not happy with me at the moment, so that's that. Okay, well then we'll just muddle through. I probably just need to restart my gateway, and it probably would behave. Maybe I can do that. Let me see. Or this is either a good idea or a horrible idea, so we will find out mostly shortly. We'll see. If I kill the stream, I'll be back. If not, oops. It still says it's restarting, although it also still says that I have no internet connection. So I don't know. We will try. You can all look at Linux being chill while we try and fix the internet. Who's a chill kitty? You are. Okay. See if we are doing better. Oh, I think we're doing slightly better. Yeah, I think we're. Oh no, we're back to not having any signal. Awesome. Oh well. Linux will provide amusement while we figure out if. Oh, well, I don't think I was on Wi-Fi. Oh goodness, let's try this again. We will try one other thing. I think we're doing a little bit better, although StreamYard disagrees. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, well, StreamYard is giving us seems to be doing a little bit better. Anyway, I guess we'll just have to. No, StreamYard is telling me that I don't have any internet, so I don't know why it's having issues with it. Oh, is it? Okay. Well, whatever. Maybe rebooting my gateway helped. Anyway, Linux is here to amuse you in the interim. But we talked about this one, so we will move on. And this was a cute one as well. I guess we're going to have everything over in Linux's head. Um, this has a little reveal wheel thing that is kind of cute. I don't know if this is the Lawn Fawn one Lala was talking about. Um, I'm not sure. But it talks about being sick, and there's a cute little bird who's sick. And then inside we have more of the. Could your head not be in the way? Thank you. And then in the inside we have more of the band-aids. These I actually colored. I don't know if you guys have tried them, but it was new to me. But yep, it's a spinner. But was playing around with the Altenew woodless colored pencils, and they were really good. So I don't know. I may have to look at them in the future. And then this one I still need to highlight with a white gel pen because it went missing in the kit. But hi, Linux. Could we scooch a little bit? Thank you. It's a cute little balloon dog card that says "Happy Birthday." And I don't know if you can tell. Sort of. There's some die cut pieces applied over the base balloon dog to give it kind of a 3D look. Hi. Could you not? Trying to convince him to sit on my lap. We'll see how that worked. And then this one I rather liked quite a bit. It is a fun little hello card, but it's one of these guys. So it's a I'm not exactly sure what this photo is called, but it's a really neat sort of display because you have this panel that you can do stuff with and this panel, and it gives you some height. And in theory, you could also hang stuff off the back of here. But I liked it. The fish is a transparency that you had to fussy cut out. I did a lot more fussy cutting than I would do given, normal circumstances. So it's always kind of fun, but by the end of the weekend, you get a little less bad at it. Then this is a pretty cool anniversary card, which I'll probably give to my parents because my mother kind of claimed it. But look at all the bling, all the bling. It is also it's a lot like the new Scrappy Boy die, where it's sort of a stand up where you have like these two side panels and then a central panel. So that one I thought was cool. Wouldn't be too hard to replicate, I don't think. Although, obviously, like all these fancy cards, someone probably makes a die if you wanted to just do a bunch of them. And then this one, I haven't colored yet, but it has hedgehog stillies. But I do like this is a really cool embossing plate with the daisies. I don't know who made this, but I'm going to color this, and I don't know if I'll pop them up or not, but I think this will look really cute. With the two little hedgies. Having a little, I don't know, hangout session, a little chit-chat underneath the daisy. But I thought that was cute. And blue and yellow was a color combo I really like. Now, this next one was one of my favorites because my camera is crooked. Well, not really, but because I saw Graphic Pretty 5 do this for a birthday card. It's really just a box card with a few extra bits. I don't think I've seen Love in the Spectrum. That sounds interesting. But, yes, we do like hedgies. And so basically you have your two box pop-ups. One has a sentiment, one is not. But these are really good. I'm saying that like I've made one of these before today, but you can actually mount, like you can die cut out parts of your pattern paper or use ephemera on here as opposed to like stamping whatever. But it's a really cool, and that was it? Did I show you the soul card upside down? Yes, I did. Okay, here we go. That's better. But it's a really cool design, and it lays flat, and it doesn't, because you're basically just making a box mechanism for these. Like, it doesn't really add that much weight to the card. We'll get to a card in a minute that has a lot of weight to it. Maybe I'll just grab that. Well, we'll grab whatever is next. Oh, that's the anniversary card. Actually, I'll show you these two. So these were the make and take cards. This was, I bet you can guess who did this one. It's not Danny, but this was the Newton's Nook one. It's really neat because there's this vellum piece that sort of mutes out this background of some Tim Holtz color that I don't know the name of. I don't think it's fresh squeezed lemonade. I think it's a slightly more orangey yellow than that, but it's really nice. And then we have our little Newton cat, which Danny helped me. The fabulous owner of Newton's Nook actually provided a whole color guide of like what colors you'd use where. But X, you really have to destroy everything. He's adventuring through the craft piles at the moment. Anyway, really cool card. Standard A2, of course. I haven't done anything with the inside, but you definitely could. But I really like the vellum, and I really like the hexagons. I'm going to guess they have hexagon dies. I didn't see them, but if you have hexagon dies, you could certainly do things with hexagon dies as well. And then And they're out of Stoughton, I think. They're like a Wisconsin company. So if you give them money, you're helping Wisconsin. And there's Lennox. And Lennox is also helping Wisconsin. So this is upside down. So this is the birthday card that the paper cut in Appleton did. Or maybe they're in Oshkosh. They're somewhere in the Fox Valleys. Newton's Nook did a fantastic make and take. If you're ever somewhere that they do a make and take, you should do it. Now, this stamp that is actually a printable, but was originally a stamp, is from Brass and Bliss, which I know Elizabeth has met them in real life. Does anyone want to guess what this card is? I will say it is chunky. If you want to guess what it is before I open it, feel free to guess. It's less chunky next to Lennox. Lennox is the king of being chunky and enjoying it. Yes, hi. It is about you, isn't it? The cats are very needy, but you've never heard. Oh, you should check out Newton's Nook. Danny, are you? I should make you a mod, Danny. Anyway, Delise, if you want to drop a link to Newton's Nook, feel free. They have Facebook groups and a website, and they have a cat named Newton who looks like that. They have dogs too for some reason. Anyway, oh, we're guessing what kind of card this is. I will show you it is this chunky. I will give you a hint that that is the mechanism. But what could it do? What could it do? We don't know. I haven't put anything on the back yet. You could actually put I guess this is kind of a hint. You could put a piece on the back to write on because it's hard to write on the inside. Oh, yeah. Danny can give you the info. I think it's Newton's Nook Designs, but anyway. But hearing no guesses. Oh, we have it. Oh, you win, Lala. It is a twist. Are you ready for the twist? Lennox is ready for the twist. Hi. It has the animals that aren't you. It's fine. Whoop! It was super fun to put together. And so the paper cut sells the mechanism so that basically you can do the not hard parts of this card, but really fun. I also was able to score the Karen Berniston die that does a similar thing at a very reasonable price. But let's see, where did we stop with our cards? We looked at that card. We looked at that card. We looked at that card. We didn't look at this. This was a really nice, like, simple card, but you did a little distressing with some gathered twigs on this, so to sort of give some texture to the background. But it's really nice, just sort of standard. Just to know, this is a Simon Hurley die, I think, from his sort of flowers in one of his like Spellbinders collabs. And the fun part about Newton's Nook is the stuff they didn't bring with them. Mr. Newton's Nook, whose name I'm spacing on, came back the second day, and basically, if there was something you wanted in the catalog, it would just basically deliver it. Did I get the Newton bookmark sitting on top of books? Maybe. And then you guys probably remember this from last year, but the whole fractured quilt thing. This is a really good version of that, and I just got an email from a friend who mentioned that another friend was needing some sympathy cards. So I think this one is going in the mail soon. But pretty easy to do, actually. This is all a single piece of pattern paper, and then these are just 1/4-inch strips. So, I mean, it turns out to be very elegant. Oh, let's look at... You could win a gift card. I would like to win a gift card from Newton's Nook. Thanks, Elise. You win. You are awesome. Yes. That's the Inky Paws Challenge, Danny. Yeah, Lennox just wants to play. Oh, good. We have a lot of awesome mods here, and they're really good with links when I'm busy being distracted. I saw that. I almost bought it, but yeah. The nice thing about the dies is they do stitch details everywhere. Where obviously so your quarter inch strips here are just flat. But depends what you like. Obviously, Cindy is here. Hello, welcome. How are you, my fabulous friend? Good to see you. Lynx's paws are not inky. Mine are at the moment. Oh, dang, you're on it. Yeah, I saw their fractured die in real life, and it looked really cool. So, um, if you like if you remember that Kendra's card challenge card I was doing all the time, that was basically a frame. They have a die for that one too. Um, the one that I don't have an example of on hand, but and here's a card tailor made for my aunt, and maybe people here. I don't know. If anyone likes chocolate, I don't know if people like chocolate, but it says today is a chocolate kind of day, and there's some really cute like little chocolate bits, and then we just have sort of our inside piece. We're still doing pretty well on time, so I'm going to keep going through cards. We did all those. Oh, we didn't do these. So I don't know if we have friends who like yellow cards, but there's a very cute yellow Scotty dog card we made. If the fact that the two yellows are not the same yellow causes you stress, I am sorry. It does not cause me stress. But there's a really neat like embossed panel on the bottom, and then this is pattern paper. It just says just for you, empty inside, so it could be an anything card. And then this one I thought was cool because I like adventure cards. This is also a no one like don't worry, Delise. There's a purple card coming up, so I'm sure that you'll just be head over heels with how wonderful its purpliness is. But no, and Linux is mousing things. So anyway, so this one, as you might guess, if you remember last year's swap, last year's make and take from the Mingle is the same card base, but it says life is more fun with you. And you have the cute little dog and the bird doing s'mores, some nice camping panels, and then when you close it, that focal piece pops through. I like that one a lot. That was done by one of the organizers, one of my favorite cards. And then, is this a card we've seen? Oh, this is one of my favorite. This is the card. No, this isn't the card that won, but this is also a fantastic card coming up. Oh yeah, the tailored expression store is dangerous too. Yeah, no, Delise would not enjoy a purple card, but are we ready? I don't know if anyone likes Sparkle, but boom. This was one of my favorites. And you can't tell now that it's die cut, but in real life, the stars are like variegated. Hi. You're not helping. Simmer or get off my desk, please. Thank you. Anyway. Everybody's a critic. Let's see if we can. Maybe we will help him do. Whoop. Sit on my lap instead. We'll see if he'll do that. He probably won't. Nope, he won't. He wants to be the center of attention, but he can be the center of attention there. But it says shine bright. Really cool slimline. Really cool die. And then, yeah, you can see it now. So this is what the metallic has this really cool, like, well, it's variegated, but that's the wrong word. Shine. You shine like the stars. I don't know. This is such a fun encouragement card. I have to find someone to send this to. Because I really like this card. I think the idea of just sending your friend a card that says, I think you're awesome is something I enjoy as well. But it's a card I like a lot, so I don't want to send it to somebody who like doesn't really care about cards. I don't know. This is a card making problem where you're like, I want to send it to someone who would appreciate it. But this was my personal favorite card, but did not win. I haven't actually assembled the card that won, but this one I thought was really fun. Happy we are friends. Cute little house, huh? Faux envelope. But then it pulls out. Happy birthday. If only we had someone who had a birthday. But it has some nice die cuts. But I'll make this easy on you. But like it sits really nicely, right? And like if you sit it down, you get kind of this vibe, which is cool. And then you have a little white a place on the back to write something like, I should have sent you a note. Or I don't know, I guess you could make this into a pocket and like put a letter in there. I don't know. I mean, technically, Blossom, I guess I could send her a birthday card now and say, like, for your upcoming or past birthday. But yes, I think Pam would like that card too. It's a very sweet card. We did the chocolate card. We did that card. Oh, I guess we're to everybody's favorite season of Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Do, 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 do. Then there's a really cool like Grim Reaper and a witch. This is actually a printable, but these are dies. So in real life, you get this pretty cool. Oh, you can see it on camera, I think. Get this really cool like 3D effect, and then you have children running because really, who doesn't love that? I mean, is it ever too early? I should figure out where the die cut is because I feel like I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of cards you could make someone that involve like fleeing children, but maybe not. Maybe we are all well behaved. Oh, we have some Easter cards. This one is cute. It says Happy Easter. This one is more classic, but so it says Happy Easter. But looks like another normal Easter card. But there's this little circle here. Whatever could it do? Oh, is this a Whimsy Stamps? Is the actual mechanism here a Whimsy Stamps die? Because I really want this mechanism because it's neat. So the mechanism basically puts the score line and these cuts in. If it's Whimsy Stamps, I'll have to look at it. It says Happy Easter. It says other thing. It says, remember it's Easter. And Lennox is getting in the way. Sir, you're getting cables everywhere. Now he's pouting at me. Anyway, remember it's Easter. Even though they look like chocolate-covered raisins, they might not be. Because bunnies. But if that's a Whimsy Stamps die, I'll have to look for that. Oh, the die on the Halloween card. I'm curious who made this die. I have to look at the because I like this would be this is a really fun like slider. Essentially, the die puts in the score lines, and then you put score tape here and here, and fold it shut with the this piece in, and then there's a tab here that adheres to your base piece. It just makes making a slider card easier. And while we're on the subject of cute spring cards, this is a very pretty sort of, I don't know, maybe we'll have to send Pam like 4 yellow birthday cards. I mean, no one said you can't send multiple birthday cards yet, but really cute. This one's super easy to put together. It's a pretty simple floral. It's very easy to do alcoholic coloring. What do we have? We've done that one. We've done that one. We've done that one. We've done these. We've not done this one. I thought for sure my mother would steal this card immediately because it's sort of just a note card and has some really pretty florals on it, which I think are discontinued Stampin' Up! Florals. But You could do this with any floral you have, but these are double layer stamp. So you have the outline and then the double one with the filled in piece. But both Alton and a bunch of other people make them. So I really like that. Oh, interesting. Thanks, Annie. I don't know Sunny Studio. I'll have to check them out. Are we getting? Oh, and then this was one of my. This was another one I really thought was cool. We have another Easter card after this, but so these are from Divinity Designs. It's like a pattern paper that you cut out with a die plate. Dina K did a similar thing, and I want to say Pink Fresh has a similar idea, only using washi, and Pink Freshes are have more variety because it's a larger section of washi anyway. But this, I like this idea of having a frame and then sort of breaking the frame with like a floral or something with a bunch of die cuts. But I had fun with this card a lot. It does have a pocket which has a tag in it, but you could also, of course, put a gift card or something in there. Have a lovely day. Oh, I get it. Good. Actually, the sentiment works really well if it had a gift card or a bookmark, you know. Then we have a few more. Cute little dog. And interestingly, my card that you may have seen the video for also uses the sentiment potty, and I haven't seen it before this year, but there were two cards that use that sentiment, which is kind of funny. This is just sort of a modified Z fold, basically, only without the Z, rather than a Z having the dog here. But I like this one a lot. Very straightforward. You have a double layer on the base, which gives it some weight, so that when you basically do the mini card. Using a mini card on another card is I agree, Lala. Everyone said that the projects this year were everyone was very impressed by how cool they were. It might be. I saw several cat scrappiness dies in project boxes, which is cool because I didn't know that I haven't seen a lot of cat scrappiness out in the wild before. This is just a nice sort of this is a clever idea, which this is obviously a die cut, but these are strips. So the idea of using like a little like decorative piece and then using up your strips is kind of a smart one. This is just a thinking of you. I like the old lady. She seems like she'd be kind of fun. There was an option where you could color her, like stamp her on white and color her and fussy cut her out. But I kind of liked her in brown on the craft. But you could definitely come in with some colored pencils or watercolors on her if you wanted to. And then we have a chunky little Christmas owl. If you're an owl person. I'm not sure where this stamp came from. But I really like this. Nice Christmas card. I think this was the only Christmas card we got, which is surprising because last year there was a tremendous number of Christmas cards. We got like 4 Easter cards, including this one. Egg prices got you down. Not all heroes wear capes. This one I liked a lot. I thought this was clever. I'm not sure where I'm not sure where the stamps came from, but I like sort of the Peter Rabbit vibe. And I did a little colored pencil coloring to give the bird a little vibes. But I like this. I actually have the scrapbook.com like nesting eggs. So this would be a kind of a neat design to work off of to utilize the eggs. Oh, I didn't show you this other yellow card. It's from Scrappy Boy. It is the whatever bombshells. This is like Cinderella. I should say Cinderella from that stamp set. Oh, I agree. They were all really good. And different. Like I was worried they had sent out an email about project standards, and I was worried you would be like, 50 of the same card. I know you know their product line, Danny. Are any guesses on sentiments? But I will open it for other people. I use some colored pencil on her. I like her a lot. But there was it's a very Delise sentiment, I will say. Who needs a glass slipper when you can just have wine? Oh, a glass of wine. It would be funny to match that out and write like many glasses of wine. Anyway, and then there's a place to write. Um, these octagons are kind of fun too. But you could use any shape, obviously. But I kind of want this bombshell stamp Scrappy Boy set now, which is unfortunate because I just bought stuff from them. But you know, oh, here's the purple card. Here's sort of our Stampin' Up card pack. This is from a friend of mine. You're not seeing it on camera. The fantastic butterfly here. This says happy birthday. Very straightforward with some butterflies. I'm surprised my mother didn't steal this one because it was a butterfly card. And then we have the purple card with gold ribbon. It's in plastic, so I'm not taking it out. But so it's fairly simple to put together. But this was the purpliest of purple cards, but very classic. The Princess Pinup Girls. Thank you, Danny. Well, I had actually, Danny, funny story. Like, because Sean has said nice things about my cards, like, he's a Facebook friend. So I actually, like, messaged him and I'm like, is this one of your stamp sets? It looks like your artwork. There's some other naughty pinup girls in that, or not really naughty, just, and you know I love a B card. And these wings are vellum, which really adds a nice detail. Very cute. I think this is Stampin' Up paper and Stampin' Up stamp set because they did a B thing recently, but I could be wrong. This is someone colored this in and then printed it and then die cut it or scan and cutted it. So it's it was really nice because you had a bunch of pre-colored extra pieces. But I like this one. This one's a very nice, fun card. Pinup bundle. Oh, look at you helping people shop. Danny, if you have an affiliate link to Scrappy Boy, you might want to put it somewhere that I can find it later on this evening. And then this is a design I think I've done something similar, except this one's upside down. But you have kind of your happy birthday. It's basically a joy fold, except rather than, oh, look, Lennox is helping. Rather than attaching the smaller card to this front piece. Hi. You are very needy today. You attach it under this pattern paper and then basically hide it through the virtue of having an extra layer here. Very cute. I like this one. I like the floral and the green together. It's very cheerful and springy. And then this is a good, like, letting the pattern paper do the work. Obviously, you could stamp whatever here and use what I cut. But if you have, like, scene paper, just, like, using this with a simple die cut, nice idea. I like that. And then for the overachievers, we have a pinwheel card, which basically the way you cut this is you just take a 6x6 and score it a half an inch, 1.5 inches on all sides, and then cut out the little corner squares. And then this is basically... this is one side and then you just fold it over. But I haven't finished this one exactly because I want to put a butterfly in here, but there is nothing in there now. This says trust your wings. And then you have a little place to wear it. But this was one of my favorite cards too. It's just sort of fun, but pretty easily. Oh, okay. Well, we can look for the pinup things. Sean said they were still selling it, so I'm sure it's somewhere. Are we getting to the end? Oh, we have a couple more. How are we doing on time? We're okay. I may ramble. Well, I'll show you. I'll show. We'll at least go the hour, and then we'll see where we're at. This was one of my favorites because it's so unique. The wolf is masked off, and then there's a bunch of ink blending around it, but it's very southwestern, especially with the twine. I liked it a lot. I didn't really have any friends who are like into southwestern things, which is my only sadness about it because I really like the card. So I want to find someone I can mail it to. Yeah, I like the pinwheel too. Plus, it's not that hard, but it's not a thing I would do. This is the lady who runs the paper cut in Appleton was a also part of the event this year. So this is her card. It's almost a flip it card. Is flip it the word I want, Blossom? Stamps of Life makes dies that look like this. The paper cut makes dies for these layering pieces, but sells the base card pre-done. But anyway, it's really cute. This is also that Brass and Bliss stamp set. That we've been running into. If like cute animals are your thing, it might be a thing you like. We only have a handful left, so we'll just go through the last couple. These are not cards. Yeah, I guess we have two left to talk about. This one was kind of fun to make because it involved a lot of dimensional foam. And it might be a Father's Day card, but it's got these cool, like, the tools are fussy cut out of pattern paper. And then you basically pop up this, which is also pattern paper, and you just cut some score line or do some cut lines. So it looks like they're sticking out of the tools case. Really cute. Probably a really good dude card. If you know a dude who likes tools and whatnot. Oh, and Lennox went off to snooze now. Now that we're wrapping up. And then this was one of my favorites, actually, because I like ocean stuff. But these are all die cuts, and then a nice use of a doily. So I really like this one a lot. This was one of my favorites. Nothing on the inside here. Oh yeah, there are a lot of places that are in. There are a lot of like. I'm amazed how many of these businesses I think are like, oh my god, if they talked to me on the internet, I would be amazed. Are still out of people's houses. Oh, we have one last card. It's a very pretty card. It says Happy Mother's Day. Has some nice. This is a fun cheat in that these circles are cut out of these two layers, so it's very efficient use of paper. And then this is just a stamp, I think. Yeah, it's not. I think this is just a stamp, and then I stamped the Happy Mother's Day. They had a couple different sentiments depending on what your vibe happened to be. So anyway, those are the makes that I've made to date. I still have a small handful of project kits, so we may do that on a live sometime soon because it was fun making project kits last year. And here's the lid. So I put the lid on so the cat does. Whoops, sorry about that. So the cat does not investigate my projects too much. There we go. Anyway, so thanks for dropping by. Sorry about the parts of the stream that were blurry. I will have to do a little speed testing before the next one, but I will likely be on sometime this week, just sort of working through some of the unnecessary amounts of Newton's Nook cat stamps that I bought and a few other things that were at the swap market and the giveaways and whatnot and the freebies and all that stuff. Anyway, so I hope you guys have a good night. I would encourage you to check out the KCC live stream hop because Shannon and Lala are both in it, and that's probably what I'm going to be watching and commenting on after this. But yeah, until we meet again, I hope you have a good one. There's probably a process video coming out Tuesday, although there might be a pop-up something tomorrow because I'm actually off, or I don't know. We'll see. I might do something. I need to finish my video for Crafty Stamp Co. But other than that, I might do other stuff because I just get excited about all the like fun of doing these in-person crops. I would say if you have the ability to do a shoebox swap, you should totally do it. It is a lot of fun. And have a good night. And I hope you guys have a fantastic next week, or I guess this week technically. Anyway, have a good one.